New services to reduce waiting time at the Accident and Emergency Department. 2 men taken to hospital after a domestic dispute in the Pine. And in sports, West Indies gear up for T20 battle against the Indians.
Credible, balanced, committed. This is the CBC Evening News.
And a very good evening too. I'm Lisa Lord with the CBC Evening News. And our top story, people seeking medical care at the Accident and Emergency Department are being promised improved service, including reduced waiting times. This from Health Minister Lieutenant Colonel Jeffrey Bostic, who has been speaking as the QEH introduces a new triage station, a minor cases unit and a short stay unit at the A&E. Lieutenant Bostic joined senior officials and hospital board members on a tour of the A&E department this morning. He says the 3 units will greatly enhance patient care.
That is only one phase of the operation. We still have some other things to do in terms of the actual expansion of accident, the physical expansion of accident and emergency, and that is on the way. But the facilities or the interventions that we have made this morning must not end there. We now have to make it our duty and responsibility to ensure that the functioning of these facilities meet the standard that we expect that will produce the results that we desire.
Lieutenant Bostic has also encouraged hospital staff to strive to improve their relationship with the public.
I want first of all to ask and to plead and to encourage the members of staff of the Queen Elizabeth Hospital to all have a change of attitude, an attitude that is more people-friendly, an attitude of trying to do the very best at all times, displaying a high level of professionalism in spite of whatever may come at you from the public.
Meantime, Chairman of the QEH Board, Juliet Bino-Sutherland, has revealed that the hospital will be providing an avenue for patients to air their complaints. The patient complaints mechanism will be introduced first in the Accident and Emergency Department.
The CEO calls it the 3 C's. It's complaints, commendations, and comments, basically, because not everything that happens results in a complaint. Sometimes there is a commendation. So we're putting a mechanism in place that will allow patients to clearly express their concerns to us as an hospital administration and the board.
Well, a family dispute in the Pine St. Michael this morning ended with 2 men being rushed to hospital. The incident unfolded in Princess Royal Avenue near its junction with the Pine East-West Boulevard. The area was cordoned off for a brief period. Acting Police Public Relations Officer Station Sergeant Michael Blackman says that 1 man was stabbed and the other was shot. The mother, Ruth Sam, was left nursing abrasions.
Her son, Darian Yearwood, with a gunshot wound to his groin area, and her boyfriend, Akeem Tudor, with multiple stab wounds. Both victims have gone off to QEH by ambulance for medical attention.
We're also hearing reports of another shooting, this time at Eden Lodge St. Michael, and we will have more information on that incident as it becomes available. Well, Commandant of the Regional Police Training Center, John Maxwell, wants files for court cases prepared and presented efficiently. He says that there are still too many complaints about documents not being available to start or complete proceedings.
More often than not, these accused persons are being held in custody for inordinately long periods. That is unacceptable. I am sure that none of us would want that to happen to any of our relatives. I therefore implore you that in every instance, without fail, whenever you charge an individual for a criminal offense, the case file must become filed and presented for prosecution within the stipulated period.
Now, Mr. Maxwell was speaking at the end of a 2-week sexual offences and investigative course at the Regional Police Training Centre for 32 sergeants and constables from Barbados and across the region. He told the lawmen to give the best possible service when responding to cases which involve sexual abuse.
That the victim does not feel further violated because of inaction or unprofessional conduct. There are too many occasions when complaints are made of what is characterized as unprofessional conduct on our part. Despite the fact that many of our police organizations end with the word force, we are indeed service providers and must call to the fore those softer skills that make us human.
Meantime, Deputy Commandant at the training center, Christine Stanford, says the objectives of the course were to sensitize the participants of their role as first responders and investigative officers and familiarize them with modern techniques.
The syllabus covered a diverse array of topics which are indeed relevant to investigating sexual assaults. These included the process of investigating reports of sexual assaults, crime scene management, theory of investigative interviewing, interviewing victims of rape and other sexual assaults, understanding victim trauma, suspect interviewing and interrogation, human rights issues in investigations, dealing with tourist victims of sexual assaults, just naming a few.
Well, at least one charity is reporting an ease since the National Social Responsibility Levy has been removed. Trustee of the Aaron and Christina Foundation, Aaron Trust, says the group has been able to do even more to help children across the island through its electronic tablets program. Rianne Phillips tells us more.
This year, the Aaron and Christina Foundation has been able to give even more of the devices to primary school students.
We only purchased 800 last year, but with similar funds this year, because of the abolition in NSRL, we were actually able to purchase and donate 1,000 tablets.
What brand did you get this year?
Actually the same brand as last year, which is the Amazon Fire tablets.
The ultimate goal is to reach all Class 3 pupils.
We haven't done an analysis yet on how many schools remain. Now, from our sort of rough calculations, there are about 3,000 Class 3 primary schools every year in Barbados, and we're currently covering 1,000 this year. So we feel that we've got a little whiles to go before we have to worry about covering all.
Recently, students from 4 St. Lucie primary schools and the Rena Reeds Primary received their devices which they were told to use wisely.
A tablet is an important tool. It can be used either for good or for the wrong reasons. I told them this morning we want them to use it for the right reasons. They're Class 3 students especially, chosen because they're preparing at this point in time for the common entrance exam, so they can use this tablet to assist them in that particular area.
Many students intend to do just that.
I feel that we should use these tablets to achieve success, and we should do the best and not let them drop and start them on my shot, and we should keep them careful.
I will make sure the tablet do not get damaged, and I will make sure I download educational games.
This tablet will help me with my schoolwork and it will help me with my work, and I will take care of it very nicely.
This is the 5th year tablets have been donated to students around the island. Rianne Phillips, Cbc News.
Well, the Barbados-based Caribbean Tourism Organization and Airbnb have signed a memorandum of understanding to cooperate on areas of mutual interest. Airbnb recently hosted Secretary General of the CTO Hugh Riley at its San Francisco headquarters and announced new commitments to promoting authentic and sustainable travel within the region. These include the promotion of Caribbean countries as desirable tourism destinations, the undertaking of joint research to understand the impact of the home sharing on economic recovery following the 27 hurricane season, and other areas of mutual interest to both organizations.